You good to go?
All right, so here we are, AVS1 air-to-air FCR symbology. So we're gonna try to go over this. It's gonna be super fast. I have all of the documents so you guys could read it in your spare time if you need to. I put in 2 videos up there for you guys to look at if you're able to have a chance. Well, I'm basically gonna go over what was in those 2 videos. So for the biggest thing is mostly on this page here. So you need to be familiar with the dynamic launch zone, all of these different zones here, depending on how far and what the parameters of the bandit and you are, to kind of understand when to shoot your 120. And these are all the symbology of on the FCR. So the things on here, I'm gonna go over this first real quick. So here in RWS mode, it's basically aspect. Little tick mark means the direction they're going. It doesn't mean they're going exactly in that direction. It just means they're either high aspect or low aspect. So they could be coming by 1 degree. So if you're going this way, they could be coming to you by 1 degree. It'll still show coming towards you. So this is not their exact vector. But moving down here, this is their vector, this little tick mark. So when you're in TWS mode on the FCR, this is their exact vector in relative to where you are on the bottom. So he's going like maybe the 2 or 350, 340 to the left there. This just means that you got him bugged. So you have a TMS up, and he's bugged with the circle around it, and this is jamming. Purple is the AMRAM in flight. The red with the slash means basically it's Pitbull. So we'll go over this right here. So Pitbull is where the missile's radar comes on and it's looking for targets, and that's this M right here. So when this M timer goes to 0, that means that the missile is looking for targets, and it's basically using its own radar, and you can turn off. Any questions so far? I knew that was a lot of information, but we're kind of going a little fast here. Any questions at all?
I have a question. You mentioned that the system track file icon is when it's in TWS.
Yeah, yep. So you won't get this in RWS. You'll only get these.
Copy.
So when you're in TWS, or yeah, Twiz, when you're in TWS, it'll give you the system track file to give you their exact vector, which way they're going.
Okay. Thank you.
And then you could be in RWS, so the symbols can be like this in RWS, and once you lock onto somebody, it'll turn into this.
Okay.
So that's Pitbull when the missile uses its own radar to search. Let's move back one. So there's different stages of the missile. There's HPRF, MPRF, and time to impact. So this is just different stages of accuracy. So this is a medium accuracy. I'm generalizing everything. It's a medium accuracy, and this is a higher accuracy. So let's see if I can go to it. MPRF. I'll look at it later. But it's basically a frequency that the missile's using to look for targets. So this is the medium accuracy. So if you turn off, if you lose lock um, at this stage, you'll have a less chance of the missile hitting the target because it's using that medium accuracy HPRF. If you turn at this high accuracy, this means that the missile is using its own radar and it doesn't need you to support it anymore. And supporting means where after you lock on to the bandit and launch, you leave him locked on for as long as you can until it goes Pitbull, which this M will go to 0. And previously, with that M going to 0, this A will go to 0. It just means that it achieved its HPRF medium accuracy. So when these timers go to 0, it reached this stage. So it'll go in 3 stages here. It'll go medium accuracy. Sometimes it starts out from 20 something seconds. It'll just count down all the way to 0, And once it goes to 0, it'll move on to the next stage. So it'll go to M. It'll start at 9 or whatever. It'll count down to 0. Once that counts down to 0, the missile is Pitbull using its own radar. And you'll see this symbol right here. And after the missile goes to 0, it's using its own radar. And after it goes to 0, it'll go to T, which means that time to impact. This does not mean the bandit has been hit. Does not mean it's been splashed. It only means the time has expired. Like mathematically, it calculated what the time would be for it to hit. So this only means that your missile should have hit based on the parameters your target. It doesn't mean they've gotten hit. It just means they should have hit at that point. Any questions so far?
My point of clarification that updates real time based on whether you still got a track on the target, right?
Yes. So these times can go up. They can stop. They can go up. They could skip one. Like it just depends on what's happening with both entities. So your bandit might turn away the moment you launch. It'll go up or stop altogether. So it could be at M3. Well, actually the T. The other ones don't. I don't think they do that. I think they count down pretty smoothly. But this T will change. So if the bandit turns around and it stops at 6, the bandit's now flowing away and the missile can't get there. So it's either stops at 6, and this other one called lose. If this lose comes up, that means it kinematically cannot reach the target. So it's not going fast enough to reach it. So it'll just say lose there. But the bandit always has the M symbol on their RWR. It's not like in DCS where it gives you the beep 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 beep, the traditional tone. It's only a M on the RWR, and there's a small beep with it, that you could hear. So that M is in correspondence with the high accuracy mode when it goes Pitbull. So once that radar comes on the missile, your RWR sees it, and it represents it as a M and that beeping tone in your headset. Not really going to go to M-Pool right now. That's in weapon school.
Are you going to talk about RPi, RMin?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about all that stuff too. So there's that. And the missile impact, so this X, this is when this T goes to 0. So that just means that it calculated that it hit. So when you see this X here, that means it calculated that it hit. I think that's about it on here. Yeah, on here it just has the inactive and NPRF this little tiny little box on the back of it there. It just blinks when it's in Pitbull or when it's. Go ahead.
Be aware, because if you're going after SU-30 or 31, if you're in the kill zone, it could still outrun it.
Oh yeah, it just turns around and goes. It's pretty quick. The 31s and 25s are pretty quick. Even the 27s. Let's see. Symbology, MCon, FCR, page 33. Page 33. Oh, 3-1. So here on your FCR, in the jet here. So you got all these MFDs. This is your OBS for your range. This is your radar mode, RWS, TWS, what we talked about. So you could switch it there, or you could use your TMS switch to go back and forth. You hold it TMS right long cycles between the two. So you can cycle between RWS and TWS using your target management switch. And go ahead and practice that in this and on your own because it's very handy to do that without having to take your hand off the stick and use this OSB here. I'm gonna skip that. Override mode it's basically a really quick standby. So if you click override mode, it puts your radar in standby instead of having to go to your silent switch on the left side of your panel there. Any questions so far?
I have one.
Yes.
I think I remember reading in one of the manuals that you can slew the cursor and select the options, or at least some options on the edges of the screen.
Yes, you can bump. So this cursor right here, you can bump it left. It'll narrow your field of regard. So if you bump it left or bump it right, it'll narrow it to 30 degrees. So it's 60 degrees. If you bump it right, it'll right or left, it'll bump it down. And if you bump it again, it'll go back to 60. It'll open up back to 60. I think there's a picture on here. Yeah.
You missed it. It's up there. Okay.
So, well, yeah. Let's go back to this one. What it looks like. So
Ah.
here's the. If you bump it left or bump it right, it'll make it 60 or 30 degrees here. So it'll narrow your cone, your field of regard, so you can look in that area and have better updates. And if you bump it up or down, you'll just increase the range. So if you bump it up, it'll go up in range. If you bump it down, it'll decrease in range.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Man, this bar scan's not going to go over that now, but there's different bar scans. We'll learn about that later, but not too important right now. So yeah, there's the B scope. So it might not be doing what you think the bandits think you're doing. So here is the actual what it's actually happening. Here's A. It's coming towards you right here, even though it's not really what you would think what was happening in real life. So this you would think if they were going to keep going towards you, they would pass you on the left side, but they're actually hot in a collision course with you. So it's going to put that in you guys' head that it's a little bit different than you think. But here's all these people would pass on your right side. That means that they're kind of going this little arc here on the FCR.
Yeah, you have to think about it like a cone.
Yeah. So it's a little bit different than you might expect. Go back to different modes. I'm gonna go over the modes here real quick. Expanded AAI. Where'd it go? That HTMS page 169. So here, if you have your HUD, if you're locked onto someone and they're outside of the field of view of your HUD, you'll get a little TLL, target locator line, on your HUD, pointing in the direction they are, while giving you a azimuth or a off heading from you. So if it's like left and it has like the number 45 on it, they're to your left 45 degrees. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. But it's good situation awareness for you to know which direction people are, your target is. There it is. So if you have someone to your left or right, so here let's go with the solid one. The solid one is your FCR. The dotted one is your TGP. We'll not going to go over that today. So if there's a target to your left, I guess that's 11 degrees. So there's a target to your left, 11 degrees. That's what's this telling you, that you're whoever you locked up, they're to your left 11 degrees. So that's something good to know there. Beyond visual range can be hard to tell who's friendly and who's not friendly. And there's a kind of like a checklist you have to go through to make sure that whoever you're going to shoot at is friendly. Is that it? And IFF is one of them. TGP is another one. So you can just use your IFF to this button right here. You can click on it. You can cycle through mode 1, 2, 3, and 4. Usually I set it to 4 because that's all I really care about. So you just click on this OSB until it goes to 4, and you'll be able to IFF just about anything when you TMS left. You'll be able to IFF everything in front of you. And then Any questions so far? Go over.
One thing about IFF, just because you get a negative return doesn't mean it's a bad guy automatically.
That's facts. Yep. Thank you, Mailman.
Absolutely.
It just
check your
means
TGP.
yeah. Check your TGP. Do a declare. Use AWACS, GCI if needed. Another way you can kind of use your RWR. So if you see, it's mostly a subjective thing. But if you see one person, if you know one person is in front of you by like 20 miles, 20, 30 miles, and you see one target, and you have a RWR of a 27, there's a very good chance it's enemy. If you have no 27s on your team, there's a very good chance that it's enemy. But make sure you still IFF at least, and it's not a guaranteed that it's enemy, but it's a good indication that it's enemy if it's a 27 on your RWR and there's only one person out there. And he's facing towards you. So if he's facing away from you and you have a 27 on your RWR, then something's wrong. Like you're not seeing something. So someone's hot, but the thing that you see is not hot. So that means that that's not it. And you have another problem on your hands because someone else is hot, but you're not seeing whoever that is. And you need to kind of like scramble, if not turn cold, because you don't know what's going on in that sense.
Yeah, what he means there is, if a ship is going away from you, you will not get it on your RWR.
Yeah, because the radar is facing away.
Right. So, you know, if you're getting something and the guy's facing away and you're still getting something, somebody else is out there.
True. So here's the very important. If you don't know how to use this, then you're missing out on a lot of stuff. So our arrow, I'm going to go through the symbology here. So our arrow is the maximum kinematic range of the missile. So this is the maximum the missile can reach as long as the target does not maneuver. So if the target doesn't maneuver, it'll hit it. So in other words, it's very unlikely your F-16 or F-35, Su-27 will not move once it gets an indication of something. So this is like a very defensive. It's so much offensive. It's defensive. So you're just shooting out a missile way in advance, so the other person can turn around before you do. So it's a very good initiation for a BVR for a BVR fight engagement. And this is where I guess the parameters are. So wherever this matches up with the arrow. So right now you're in between arrow and opt. So moving down to our opt, this is the same as our arrow, but you have to pitch up 35 degrees. And there'll be sometimes there's an angle up here. So if you were to pitch up 35 degrees, which will help the missile to loft, that will basically it'll give you more range. So if you loft up 35 degrees, it'll give you more range, and this caret will go down to R pi. So it's kind of giving you free range just to pitch up 35 degrees. So you can shave off like 2 or 3 nautical miles if you rather than to stay level. And usually that's a pretty good area to shoot off because you're getting free distance just by pitching up. So our opt is a good range to shoot at. It's not really range. It's a good zone to launch your missile at because all you have to do is go up 35 degrees and it's basically R pi. Going down R pi, so all this is R pi, and it's a very good probability of intercept without having to pitch up. So the R pi and R opt are the same minus the pitching up. You go down to RTR, this is the max range shot that if the target were to turn away, they would not be able to get away from it. This is not always the case. So they're still able to defeat, maybe not kinematically, but if it misses them, if it gets confused by chaff, if they do some weird maneuver, if they beam it, they put it on the 9 o'clock, and the missile tries to create lead, it might miss. But there's a very good chance that you'll hit somebody with RTR, and the closer you get into RTR, the more likely you'll hit the target, and then obviously R min is the minimum.
Just to throw this out there as well, if you're shooting at RPI or RTR, the enemy is also probably has that same zone on you. So if
Yep.
you're waiting to shoot our turn, then you're getting really close to the to their range.
Yep, their missile zone. So yeah, you have to assume that if whatever you are is the same as them, especially if we're using, because now we're using 120s. Everyone has 120s, so it'll be basically the same. And we'll get into range and stuff later on. We don't have too much time this time to go into everything, but yes. And then we're not going to go into A pole, F pole, and all that stuff. Oh yeah, one more thing. I need to look up the speeds, what you see on the FCR, like the speeds and stuff. Where did it go? Be in here. So there's a couple things. Let's see, Juddy. What are some of the things you need to, like if you're coming up at a BVR engagement and you lock someone up, what are the first couple things you need to look at, and you need to learn from who your opponent is? What are the first few things you need to look at?
Speed and altitude.
That is correct. I'm trying to look for a thing here. But yeah, you need to look at their speed and their altitude to make sure that you're not going to get in trouble there, because they could be at 60,000 feet going 700 knots, and that's not a good position for you to be in. I can't find it right now.
Especially if you're 10 and 300 knots.
Yeah. Symbology FCR page 33. Someone locked somewhere in here. Jeez.
Oh,
there it is.
yeah.
So here, this is a very, very essential information here. So this is the closing speed. So if it's a plus, that means you're closing in. So you're going faster than them by that speed. So right now I'm closing in at 119 knots. So I'm getting closer to them. But they're about, let's pick on someone else, Global Net. Can you see how far away this bandit is? A rough estimate. How far away is this lock target?
I'd want to say it's around 10 nautical miles.
That is correct. Yep. And how he sees that is that the whole thing is 20, and it's about in the middle. So that's 20 nautical miles. You can do that for everything. So if it's 40 and he's in the middle, so that's 20 nautical miles. So that's an easy way to see how far everything is when you lock someone up real quick there. And so as he's cold at this point. So if he's hot and he's at 10 nautical miles, like that's a problem. He doesn't need to be that close to you without you shooting something off. So you're closing in 119. This is the target speed. So the speed is 290, and the heading of the target is 350. So he's going basically north in a sense. So those are the three things on here. Obviously the altitude there. So he's at 20,000 feet. You're gaining. So you're in a pretty good situation here. If the tables were flipped, what if he was at 40,000 feet and this was like 500? Like that's super fast. And the distances for him are less than yours when it comes to the DLZ, because he's going faster than you, and the missile doesn't have to go through that speed. It's already starting at 500 knots over the ground. So his shooting capabilities are greater than yours, especially if you're at a lower altitude and a lower speed. So all that just comes into play. I think that might have been all the time we have. We have a couple more things to go over. I want to go over different brevity calls. So everybody knows Fox calls. Fox 3 is the radar missile. Cold is when you're turning away. Hot is when you're turning towards the bandit. So you got cold, you're turning away. Hot, you're turning towards the enemy. Defending is that you're defending and usually if you're saying you're defending, you would say what you're defending. So you would say defending SU-27 or something, defending SA-6. So you would say what you're defending afterwards. And then the differences between spike and nails. I might heck on someone here. So Diego, do you know the differences between spike and nails when it comes to brevity, or do you know of them? Have you used them before?
I know that spiked is when an RWR threat is tracking me, and I would assume nails is when it's launched.
Nails is when it's like searching, so it's just out there. So you have a
Okay.
27 pop up, and it's just there. It's not launching, or it's not tracking you. It's just searching. So that's nails. And then spike is when you hear the loud, and it's like locked onto you, and you can hear it. So that's the difference between spike and nails, and it's a huge difference because when people say, "Oh, spiked 29," I automatically think he's close. Like I automatically think it's within like 20 something miles. If someone says spike, so you got to make sure you use the correct word, or you'll make some people a little nervous.
Okay.
I think that's about it. Oh, bullseye. So bullseye is right here. So if you're able to, when you launch on somebody, if you're able to call out their bullseye, say your full call sign, Falcon 13, Fox 3, bullseye 205 161. If you're able to, it was not. I'm just giving it's an intro to being able to BVR. So this is where your bullseye is. If you didn't know what that was. So that's the bullseye of wherever your cursor is. So if you move your cursor off of this guy, it'll change as you're going around.
And that is one of the easiest hacks. So if you're pointing in a direction and they give you a bullseye call, you can usually slew your cursor around and figure out where that bullseye is on your FCR.
Yep.
All right, Prime. Let's split and do a brief and see if we can actually get flying.
All right, sounds like a plan.
All right, all of red air is going to go down to the public lounge 2. Welcome, fellas.
Yo.
I didn't look, Lee. Do you have the same flight path as us? Oh, you're off. Okay, that's fine. Home plate, the airfield we're taking off from, that's going to be the respawn. So if you die, you flow back towards the airbase and then reset up. Lee, I'm going to have you just keep your AI wingman, would you?
I have Gump.
Oh, I forgot Gump. That's right. Perfect. Yeah, close enough. No.
Are we missing somebody, or do you have a AI 4?
I have AI 4.
Copy.
Melman and Ripcord, you want to go into... Let me share my screen real quick. I'll show you where to take the cockpit out.
For the Viper flight, we have any weapon restrictions or requirements?
We're doing all AMRAMs.
Bravos or C5s?
I think we have Bravos. It's up to you. Do 3 bags as well. Actually, no. Don't do 3 bags. Do 2 bags in a ECM.
Okay. All right, we're not restricted by technology right now, huh?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so Ripcord and Melman, you want to go into data, add on EMF, art, cockpit art, and then you'll see F-15C aggressor. Pretty much these F-15Cs, you want to just put like I usually do a dash back. And then now when you go in there, it'll use the F-16 cockpit instead.
Just the dash back would do it, huh?
Yeah, you just rename the folder so it can't pull the data, and it'll default to the F-16.
Okay. That's easy.
Yep. All right, so pretty simple. We're going to go and we're going to fly bar caps between our steer points 6 and 7 each respective flight. We are not going to really push them very much. We're just really just up there giving them something to lock up. We'll do a couple rounds, and then the last round we'll go full speed on them. But yeah, so if you die, you just flow back to your steer. Let's say steer 2 or whatever. Just flow back towards your air base and then turn back in. Let's put a threat circle. Let's see. Let's do a SA-10. Oh yeah, perfect. I should put an SA-10 on home plate. So that SA-10 circle, that is the parameters of where we want to fight. We do not want to flow outside of that circle, because obviously they have their threats up here, a ring of hawks.
So to walk me through a respawn, you go back, and then you just pick another slot.
No. So if you get hit and you die, you first thing you want to do is you want to turn off your jammers. You want to go below 5,000 feet, and then you're going to flow back towards home plate. And then once you get back to steer 2, then you can call respawn, and you'll just come back in. You'll go back to your steer 6 and start your cap again.
Okay. Call respawn.
Yep.
I mean, literally call.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as you're back to the spot and you're ready to come back in, you call 2's respawn, and okay, 2 float, and that you leave a safe flow wherever he went to the flow. Flow steer 6, flow steer 7,
Sure.
XYZ, whatever we have going on. So.
And you got a new jet.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
We're limited in this theater because we only have the missiles. So once we're out of missiles, they're gone. But once they get the Korea training theater, everything set up the way we want it, then that one we can actually have multiple missiles, and so we can have like 20-something missiles, and we can have multiple setups.
Someone's actually remaking KTT.
Yeah, well, I believe it's supposed to be coming out. Prime is trying to get them to fix the M thing because it doesn't do the missile launch.
Ah.
And so that like defeats the whole purpose. How are you going to train if it's not giving you what? Okay, but and that being said, if you need to refuel, we can land refuel. I don't really know how many full setups we're going to get, but we'll get a couple sessions in, and then like I said, we'll do a lot more Thursday as well. It'll be the same breakups of flights, so we'll be on red again Thursday, and we'll be more full speed Thursday. Thursday will be more geared towards actually having a GCI and doing radio calls. But
do we have a learning objective for the Reds?
It's the same as Blue, just learning the FCR symbology. And then obviously learning the HUD, these RPI, RMAX. A lot of times when we fly stuff like the DACA, the defensive counter air, where we're defending a specific spots, we will fire between our opt and our pi. And we don't ever really shoot our turn because, again, like I said, if you're at our turn, they're at our turn. So you're already too close to them. And a lot of times when you're doing those defensive counter airs, it's all about lobbing the long shots at them to get them to break away and turn. So today we'll probably do a lot like that. We'll flow out towards steer 6, and we got them. We'll lock them up, fling a missile at them, turn around, go cold. The way I'm going to operate it is we're going to operate as 3 2-ships. And then I'll have us setting up a variation. So, like, Mailman, me and Steve, Ripcord may go cold and have you go hot.
Sure.
And so it'd be, the way we would set it up is we'd be either operating between steers 5 and 6 or 7 and 8. And so if we're hot, we'll be coming in, let's say from steer 5 to steer 6. You'll be back at steer 5. Where as soon as we say we're going cold, you turn in hot, we're cold, and we pass each other.
Sure.
And then once you're cold, bam, we're turning hot. And if we can do we can get a good chainsaw where one's going cold, where the other one's going hot. We can just keep making loops there.
Sure.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Again, it also depends on what they do. They may try to push, they may not. It just, we'll have to kind of see what it's going. But the first couple hops with them, we won't be very aggressive. We'll just kind of flow, and then, like I said, once we get ready at the end, we'll do a full speed where we just go and kick them in the nuts. So that being said, I would say each flight try to save down to we have at least 2 AMRAAMs left, and save those 2 AMRAAMs for the last hop. So hopefully we get 2 or 3 good cycles out of this. I'm gonna step up real quick and see how's it going, and then we'll get back with them.
Yeah, it's not, you have to like kind of memorize which way is the other direction and go that way, and not hit the ground. Because I was low, I was underneath the SA-17 trying to dodge some stuff, and I went to the fog. All right, so TACAN. So BAT is 15, and then you just add 63 on top of whatever the first one is, so you could tie each other. So 63 separation is tied. So 15 and 78 will be 1 and 2, so they're tied together. They could see each other on TACAN. And then 3 and 4, this is for BAT flight. Puma flight will be the same thing, but 16 and 79. So 3 is 78 X-ray, and 4 is 15 X-ray.
We don't have a 4th player, so.
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Global Nets. I thought that was home in here. Yeah, Global Nets here in BAT flight, but there's no one in 3.
Yeah, I reinstalled the map, so I'll see.
Okay, hopefully it fixes it. Yeah, that mental picture. So what I do for the mental picture, let me change this to
in BMS.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the EMF folder. But,
I would rename them both just in case it defaults back to the original.
Yeah, I would do the same just in case.
And when I have done this, I have literally just put a couple of stars at the front. That way I'm just deleting shit that I've put there myself without having to rename the whole thing.
So what are you saying? Rename every single F-15 folder?
I did the 2, the aggressor, and then F-15C by itself.
Okay. And just that line BAK, right?
Yeah. As long as it's not the name that it's expecting, then it will default back to the F-16. And my understanding is they're supposed to fix it to where you should see F-15 wings, even though you have the F-16 cockpit.
Oh.
I was just talking about renaming the folder that it's in.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
No, you don't want to rename the whole folder, the whole cockpit folder. You just want to rename the folder.
No, right.
Yeah.
But I would just personally rename the folder from like F-15C aggressors to 4 stars F-15C aggressors.
Yeah, we used to put dash back at the end of it.
Yeah, it's
for
a big
backup.
difference. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I got those 2. So. Yeah, I looked at that 15 cockpit earlier.
All right, listen up.
Yeah. No thanks.
15 cockpit still better than the 14.
No,
yeah, but now when you don't know a damn thing about it.
The Strike Eagle one is much better.
I'll bet. Now, thankfully, they have not implemented the F-16A cockpit yet.
They won't. There was a guy making one, but it didn't go very far.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, hell, they can't even do the 29 cockpit correctly.
No TGP, huh?
Nope.
Unless we can't actually put one on.
I don't think the aggressors can, and I know the F-15s don't have one.
Oh, okay. Well, that takes care of that.
Yeah.
I think the Viper flight, we're just gonna fire one each at the same time, different targets, break off.
Sure. And fire them long.
Oh, Ripper.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks you left a bit early yesterday.
Oh, I had to run. What's up?
Ran out of fuel. Still landed, but ran out of fuel.
I still like how I killed the engine flying inverted.
I was more dumbfounded how you ripped your wings off.
Dude, I barely freaking touched it, and like I hit the, I was sticking with the gun, and I shoot the gun, and then like I let go, and it's still like fucking shooting, like just emptying all the fucking rounds. Like, okay, this is great, and I like slightly pull up and like bank a little bit to the right and up, and then they just completely come off. I'm like, oh shit.
What was your speed?
Oh, I don't even know.
Ripper, how much time did they need?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna step off for like 3 minutes or something.
Yeah.
You good? Yeah, let's take a quick bathroom drink break.
Cool.
I think I got IVC problems. It says it's not connected.
Yep, that sounds like an IVC problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you put the IP in the
Yeah, I had to reset my computer a couple weeks ago.
Ah.
I think it screwed the firewall. I think I have to back out, come back in.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Hopefully that Tomcat guy messages me.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like I said, Nordic and the other guy, they're in for Hornets, so
yeah.
I said we can have a couple, 5, 6 guys for the campaign.
Because currently, non-modded aircraft, right? In terms of difficulty, I'd probably put the MiG-21 up as the most difficult, followed by the F-5, then the F-14. After that, the 15, 16, and 18 are relatively easy.
No, the F-14 is way harder than the F-5.
Navigation-wise, no, the F-14 is so much easier. I mean, hell,
MiG-21 is a bitch to fly.
I haven't even learned it, but I think Ultra has learned it. No, Debug, sorry. Debug loves the MiG-21.
Just don't go slow.
Yeah. It's not meant to go slow. That is a true definition of a lawn dart, though.
They may be doing an IVC check. Goes for one uniform check.
Hey, Ripper, what tech in X-Ray Yankee?
Prime is muted, so they have to be doing something.
All right, listen up.
You'll be 15 Yankee. No, you'll be 15 X-ray.
Okay.
I heard you on IVC, but I haven't heard anyone else.
Nobody else has done it.
Oh.
Oh, we doing checks?
Yeah, let's do a check real quick.
Okay.
Goes for one uniform check.
Goes 4-3.
Hunter 1-1. And of course, Gump is.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
21. What's going on, Prime?
My IVC crashed.
I just lost that everything.
So everyone get out. Yeah, I forgot about having to tell everyone that they got out.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, we're having backup. Prime's IVC crashed, so he's rejoining.
Okay.
I was like, oh shit, the server crashed.
Yeah. Tactical. My IVC back? Nope, it's not responding. Cool, neat.
Give it time.
It said error message.
Mm.
Like it's not allowing me to connect.
Maybe we should just all exit and come all the
Yeah,
way back.
everybody has to come out. You don't have to disconnect from the server, but you have to come out of the TE. Ripcord, Gump, and Mailman.
Doing.
We know when it's ready to come back in.
Yeah, I'll let you know when shit starts to work. Close program.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Where we at?
Stage one.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone wants to disconnect and go to stage 1. Everyone needs to leave the TEs, and then Prime's going to relaunch it.
And I'll let you know when to join, because I'm making sure my thing connects. And it's not,
You need to reinstall Windows.
basically.
Ooh.
No.
Whose screen is that?
You sure you put the right IP in the IVC server in the comms?
Good point.
I think we're going to go through the same thing about the correct theater.
One digit off.
This is fax. 1 digit off.
Easy fix though.
8, 7. Yep.
There you go. I see.
Close.
37 years later.
Oh my goodness. The more people, well, it depends. If you have problems or not, depends. All right, that's all the way closed. One 47220. All right, one step closer. And I'm logging in, and it's up.
Going to stage 2.
All right, everything seems to work now. Usually it errors like right when you log in. It doesn't hide in the corner. But it's been doing that probably ever since I logged in. All right. Starting with Bat 2 and then Puma, we'll do an IVC check.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Hold on 1 second.
Yep. Yeah, good to join. Everybody's in. When you're in your seat and slotted, go ahead and mute your mic.
Go ahead, Prime.
All right, starting with Puma, then starting with Bat, Puma, then forgot your was it Ghost or something. We're gonna go down the line for IVC.
Affirm.
Bat 2-1 IVC.
Bat 2-2 IVC.
No 3.
Bat 4 IVC.
Puma 1-1 IVC.
Procaz 1-2 IVC.
Puma 1-3. No
Puma
4.
1-4.
Ghost 4-1.
Ghost 4-2.
Ghost 4-3.
Hunter 1-1.
Hunter 1-2.
All right, cool. Make sure you click dance. Howard Day has it going.
I wasn't able to do it.
All right.
Still crash. I'm gonna have to figure it out.
That is strange. Yeah, we might go back to KTO for stuff. This was a
I mean, were
lot
you
of
able to hear
problems.
me?
Yes.
I am Diego.
I remember. Yeah.
Okay.
If you could do it one more time, make sure.
Bat 2-2 IVC check.
Yep, heard you twice. Cool.
All right.
All right. Any other issues? Take a 3-minute break. You've got to use the bathroom. Now's your chance. So let's get back at like 21 or something.
Copy.
Okay.
So how was your TD1?
It was where'd I go? I went to Miramar, and after that I went back to Edwards. So Miramar was fun. Visited the base that they shot Top Gun. Visited the front gate where they have the F-14 on a stick, but in reality it's A4.
Mm-hmm.
went to the beach where they had the new one, no spoilers. So there's a bar scene in there, and there's a bar on the beach, and how they created it was they built a bar on the beach and then shot the film and then destroyed it.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. But it's based on a bar on the base. They visited it and was like, this is too small, so they built it and destroyed it on the beach. Visited Midway. Midway was cool. My third time going to the Midway Museum, the battle or aircraft carrier. Yeah, it was fun. All right, there's 21. If you're back, unmute your mic. So if you're back, unmute your mic. So it's funny, Rody. Like every time we say mute your mic, you don't do anything. But that was strange.
It's called dyslexia.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, the one time I say to unmute your mic, you mute your mic. That was funny. Okay, cool. Everyone's back. Sweet. So make sure you do your click dance again at every chance you get, because it changes, and you won't be happy if you get in and it changes. All right.
Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Everyone is good. So
mute if you're ready.
Mute your mic. Now mute your mic, and we'll go ×1, and then we'll do a taxiway.
Hey, Ripper, one thing we didn't go over was the flaps.
Good luck. No, it's you either bind it, looking setup, or it's the F10, or sorry, F9, F10, F11, F12 handles flaps, and so it's either control or shift.
Control.
Okay, control F9.
Control 9 and 10.
Yeah, one of them, one set does it incremental, and the other set is full up, full down. So.
Right. Yeah, 9 and 10 is full.
Got it.
So, I can't remember which is which, but.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's going to go over this for the new people. So if everyone doesn't join, the timer goes down normally. So if everyone joins, or not joins, but commits online and press taxiway, it'll start going really, really fast. So right now, it's going normal.
Yeah.
So someone has not pressed taxiway.
Sorry, that's me. I'm kind of redoing the steer points and stuff.
Okay, that's fine. It's just to let you know, because I know some people, it's their first time online. Just letting you know the behind the scenes of how we know what stuff's going on, and giving you a good overview of how online works.
Did you talk about respawning when they die?
So if you die, you can, if there's a ship, an AI ship open, you can escape, and you don't have to close down BMS.
No, they should respawn
respawn.
Oh, yes.
Because they're in invulnerability.
So when you get hit, when you get hit, you'll see like either flames or something. Your aircraft might shake a little bit. You'll just say that you're dead over uniform. You'll say Puma 1 dead, and then ideally you would call out your bullseye, and you would fly in the opposite direction. So if you're on the red side, you would fly south. If you're on the blue side, you would fly north.
We're going to use our steer 2 as our respawn points.
Okay, yeah, we can do the same thing, or we can just fly north for a amount of seconds or something. But it's not really that big of a deal in this sense. But later on, when we have actual training, BVR stuff, we'll get into it. I didn't really go over the dead stuff.
The other thing to do as well is if you have jammers, turn your jammer off, descend below 5,000, and then flow out.
Yep.
So we can see who's dead, and we're not chasing somebody who's already been whacked.
So at first we won't be shooting. We'll just be orbiting, locking each other up, doing back and forth, and I'll let you know when fight's on.
You're gonna have to do it via text because we're not gonna have the same channels.
Oh, I can do that. Yeah, I'll do that, and then text or uniform, or what's it called, guard or something. But,
okay.
But yeah, I'll definitely let you know when fight's on.
Okay.
So with invulnerability, you'll still get flames and everything, huh?
The initial hit, you will.
Yeah, the initial hit.
Okay, thanks.
And then prom date, you have You have 3 people in there.
Yep.
So as for training wise, it doesn't take too long to get up there, but kind of just go over what a new person who's never been in multiplayer, just kind of go over that stuff while you're in the seat there. I think you have one person who's new.
Who we
I
got?
think
Bono.
it might
4?
just be me. Yeah, I guess, but Bono. Yeah, I could have put someone else on your side, but it's kind of late now. Is everybody not in taxiway yet?
Yeah.
There
I'm
it
in. Oh,
is.
there it is. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, we're gonna have fun.
And you could do like follow the leader. Like if we have time, do some switches, like kind of do different things on the way over there. It's not that long of a trip, so it shouldn't have too much stuff.
Joker
Okay.
begin.
Cool.
Joker 40. Let's do the default. So 45 Joker, Bingo 35.
45, 35. Got it.
Lee, are we taking off first or are they?
Same time wise.
Oh no, I meant like for red 4. I was trying to figure out
We're
set
second.
15, 17, 16, so we'll be 16.
Yep, we're 16.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. And we're using the first 15, 16, so you guys can use 17 and 18 if you need to for attack in.
Hey, Ghost 1 chicken and Victor 15.
Hunter Flight 16 Uniform 2.
Ghost, how's your line clear?
Be advised, Hunter Flight is experiencing some graphical issues with our jet.
Are you missing panels? Is it like see-through?
Hey, firm.
Yeah, I think it's something with the Jan Haas models messed up. I noted. We'll drop those. Two, 3, how copy?
3 Lima Charlie.
Raj, Hunter Ghost is 4 green chips.
Three's green.
Ghost 4 ship F-15s. Request taxi. Good morning, Ghost 4. You are number 1 for departure. Taxi, Charlie, and hold short runway 35.
Hunter Flight, good. 2 green jets.
Ripcord 3, if you copy.
2, copy.
Okay, thanks. You were just a little weak, but you're better now. Reset.
Three, get more behind me. Hunter, we'll go ahead and have y'all stack on the runway with us.
Hunter.
That would not be any kind of switch at all. Okay, noted.
Hunter flight aligned and ready.
A firm. A firm. Brakes on and rolling.
Go ahead, report.
2, rolling.
3 draw.
They're gonna stay glued to the ground to about 200 knots.
You're out of line, mister. Contact the stop when you land. Ghost 4-3. You're out of line, mister. Contact the stop when you land. Ghost. Four, airborne.
You want me to get rid of that AI report?
No, keep your AI with you.
Ripper, sorry.
Ghost 4-4, on my way.
I don't agree going too. Okay, I got you.
Alright, climbing up to 20,000. Ghost checking in uniform 6.
Hunter checking in uniform 6.
Just get chilling clear. We'll do the 22,000 block, and we'll have you at 20,000.
Roger, be advised, our steer 6 and 7 is off to the, looks like north.
Hey, firm, yeah, you can go operate in your area.
Hunter.
Chaff, flare.
2-3, do you see me? High? To your left.
Yeah, I'm at your 4 o'clock.
I had 2-4 on my left wing, and then 3 on the right.
You want us in close?
Yeah. I had fenced in.
4, in position.
Two, 110,238.
3's fence 22-1.
1's fenced in, 23,000.
Got a fault that says PFL.
I had that before we took off.
Okay.
Alright, 3, I want you to reference steer 7.
Sentry 5, Hunter 1-1. Request picture. Hunter 1-1, Sentry 5, picture clear.
Three's flown, steer 7.
Ghost Hunter.
Did you go send it?
If we're able, can we go after their sentry?
Negative.
Rod.
2, what is your position?
I think I'm out in front of you to the left. Maybe 10, 11 o'clock. Two, you have visual?
Two pop flare. Yeah, no joy. Three, looks like you have 4. Stay with me.
Got 05579, 24,000. About 80 miles.
I got eyes on you now, too.
Should I engage this guy or let him lock me or what?
Wait, 1-3. Who are you referencing?
051 for 77, 24,000. Right off my nose, about 75 miles.
Negative. I'm almost certain that's their AWACS.
Okay. I'm a little bit north of steer 7. I'm going to marshal back to it.
Raj, I'm gonna have you turn steer 6. And then we're turning steer 7. I2 reference steer 7.
2.
Also contacts at 340 for 30 at 29,000. Visual.
2, what do you have your TACAN set to?
2, 78, X-ray.
You'll want to set to 78.
78 what?
78 Yankee.
Ghost 4-4, rejoin formation.
There we go.
4-4, on my way.
Yardstick. Okay, the 50s on the RWR is going to be the Hawk. Uh, 29s are the F-16s, and then we show up as 27s. Alright, 2, we're going to make a left-hand turn and sweep to the north.
Can you practice sorting and calling out the groups?
Yeah, once I have some sets, I'll sort them for you.
Freeze establishes steer 6.
I-2, set north, set of contacts.
Sentry 5, Hunter 1-1, request picture.
Sorted trail.
Hunter 1-1, Sentry 5, picture is multiple groups, range split. Lead group, bullseye 0, 5, 0, 2, 4, 20,000, track, southeast.
3, you got the
hostile.
ones to the left,
Center
15,000
group,
feet.
Bullseye 0, 4, 0, 2, 1, 19,000, track, southeast, hostile. Trail group, bullseye 0,
3
3,
sorted.
0, 1, 8, 17,000, track, southeast, hostile.
Now, are we going to let them block us, or should we engage them, or what?
You can lock them, but don't shoot them. Packers be advised, you can lock, but do not engage.
Hunter.
4 is locked, 041 for 13, 20,000.
Oh, what the fuck is my
3, excuse me.
Oh, where's Master Arm?
Four, in position.
Ghost 4-4, weapons safe.
Ghost 4-4, on my way. 4, in position.
I flight
4.
reference your steer 5 and 6, or sorry, 6 and 7. I have a problem. I can't find my master alarm in this 15 pit.
Three's going to turn back Marshall, steer 6.
Yep. 34 reference steer 6.
I was just beaming that contact. Just, I don't know who it is, just give him that experience.
2, defending.
Move missile in the air. Get close south. Get away from the Hawks.
Clean.
2, reference 07. We'll get set back up. I'm not seeing the master fucking arm.
Yeah, what a pig of a jet with all this fuel.
Yeah. Come on, computer.
It rolls nice, but you can't pull for shit.
Actually have. Shit. Okay. May not actually have it bound. L16 to the north.
Force got chevron 108 for 9.
2, that's steer 7.
Raj 2, anchor steer 7. Alright, 2, sending data. You'll shoot her.
Weapons 3.
3, you're good to fire on your target.
Sentry 5, Ghost, 4-3, Group, Bullseye, 06011, 23,000. Declare. Ghost, 4-3, Sentry 5, contact confirmed, hostile. 3, Fox 3 long.
Ghost 4-3, Fox 3, 075 to 9, 23,000.
2. I think I have 3 groups.
Three, Pitbull. 3, Fox 3 medium.
Ghost 4-3, Fox 3, 0.095 for 9. 22,000.
3, Pitbull.
Once you get your shots off, flow back to steer 6 and 7.
Ghost 4-3 is turning cold, reference at 6.
The data you sent looked like 15. Ripper, is that you?
Hey, Firm, there's a buddy spike. Are you sent your new data?
Send again.
Or bullseye 070 for 280. Sorry, 280.
Three's turning hot to the west.
Two, he's cold. You want me to fire?
If you're inside parameters like R pi, then you have a shot, yes. If you're not, then don't.
2, Fox 3 medium. Sentry 5, Ghost 4-3, Group Bullseye 01014, 19,000. Declare. Ghost 4-3, Sentry 5, contact confirmed hostile. 3, Fox 3 long. 2,
Ghost
Pitbull.
4-3, Fox 3, 016 for 12. 25,000.
Hawk is firing. Missile in the air.
Chaff, flare.
2 Fox 3, bullseye 054, 25,000.
Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Altitude. Altitude.
3, Fox 3 long.
Chaff,
Hunter
flare.
4-3, Fox 3 again,
3,
070
Pitbull.
25,000. Hunter 4-3 defending.
Chaff,
16.
flare.
3, cheap shot. Sentry 5, Hunter 1-1, Group Bullseye 09013, 26,000. Declare. Hunter 1-1, Sentry 5, contact is outlaw. 2, Pitbull.
102, Fox 3, bullseye 0. 037, 34, 16,000.
Ghost 1-1 is out. Real world. I'm going to RTB and land. Ghost 1-3 is now 1.
1. Pitbull.
Ghost 4-3 is clean. Repeat that last, Ripper.
3, you're now number 1. I have to leave for real world commitment. I also can't shoot because I can't turn on my master arm, so I'm useless at the moment.
Two, why don't you rejoin on me, steer 6.
3, go ahead and throw your number 4, send him home as well.
Ghost 4-4, return to base.
2, did you copy?
2.
4.
2, same missiles.
2, 7 radars.
You have 2 left.
7.
Ripper wanted us to save 2. Hate to RTB yet, though.
You should be fine. They're going harder than I expected them to, so you probably only have 1 more engagement.
Two, once you rejoin on me, we'll turn hot.
2. I'm near steer 7.
Okay, flow towards steer 6. Let's get together.
2.
I'll come towards you. We got company, 2. Go hot.
2.
Yeah, we got company 074 for 12, 27,000.
Sentry 5, Ghost 4-3, group bullseye 08010, 26,000. Declare. Ghost 4-3, Sentry 5-3, Fox 3 long.
Ghost 4-1's cold. Going south.
2, Fox 3 long.
2. Fox 3. 1-0, 26,000.
Okay, get cold. There's a bunch of them, so get cold.
2.
3, cheap shot.
Reference heading 150.
2. Referencing heading 150.
2, Pitbull.
Let's just keep going south and let's form up finally. Okay, I'm a little ahead of you, about your 2 o'clock. I'll slow up. Reference Angels 22.
2.
Actually, let's make that 25. They're up high.
2.
Okay, 2, you keep coming south. I'm going to turn into you, and then when I reach you, we'll turn hot.
Two on visual. 2
Okay, go ahead and turn hot. We'll just go straight off of steer 6. Visual on you also, too. Looks like the other group's busy. Let's reference steer 7.
2.
Scratch that. Make heading 340. We got all kinds of stuff ahead of us here. $150 for 6. Up high. Careful, there's a group to the right of these two.
I got contact 09029.
3, Fox 3 long.
Ghost 401, Fox 3. 119 for 9. 26,000. Ghost 401's turning cold. You might want to turn cold when you can too.
2.
2, Fox 3 long.
102's radar contact. Bullseye 10429, 29,000.
2. Fox 3 long. Hold up 10529. 30,000.
Okay, go cold too. You can. Head south.
Don't hold.
Yeah, we're outnumbered.
Defending.
One's coming to you.
3, Pitbull.